Yo, it's a quick little garden. This is the situation. So the tomatoes are starting to get nice and green and put on a lot of foliage, and the new growth is nice and healthy looking, as you can see. But what I've been having to do is start some maintenance on the tomato plants. So this here's a growth tip. If you come down this main stem, right here is a branch, and then this right here is called a sucker. It's basically like a new tomato plant. So I don't want those on my plant because I'm doing something called the single stem method. So basically anytime there's a little sucker growing out of the corner of these, I'm popping them out. And what that's going to do is allow the plant to focus its energy all into the main growth stem, and it'll just stay as one branch going all the way up the trellis. Whereas if I leave these little side branches to go crazy, what'll happen is you'll end up with strange side branches sticking out all at strange angles. Then it'll be way too bushy. But so I'm going through and doing that. I just pinched off the top of this Snapdragon to hopefully encourage it to get more bushy, because it was doing this. Had a couple pretty little blossoms starting up there, which I felt bad popping it off, but it's only going to be one spike versus having like 5 spikes, I think. So probably should do that with this one too. Just give it a boop, and then there'll be more shoots popping out. The watermelons still kind of stagnant. It's starting to turn a little new growth. I'm starting to see some green. I can compare them to my old videos though. They're bushy though. Here's the honey nuts. Here's the unagi. This one's gotten annihilated. Some of them, there's a lot of pest pressure on these early on in the year. And that's the first mojito. Right here is a spot where there should be a new one popping up. Yep, there's some new ones popping out. Finally. Right there. So those will be coming up. This one sprouted, got eaten, and then is fighting back. This one's been pretty lucky so far, no pests. This one's gotten annihilated twice in a row. The main leaf is popping out though, so I'm hoping that it stays strong. We got some borage plants here. Moving over to the summer squash. These are coming along, fighting the pest pressure. You can see the new leaves are starting to take some of the nitrogen from the fertilizer. These seedlings fighting the pest pressure as well. All the summer squash plants are about the same size. They're tiny still. The zucchini plants are taking off now. Here's the zucchini. You can see the old leaf versus the new growth is a lot more darker and vibrant and rich and everything with the nutrients and the nitrogen. You can see right here another good example of that. So that's good. The same thing's happening with the brassicas. This little one in the corner is not doing so hot, but these ones are starting to get bigger. Probably going to end up being too hot for them, but we're getting them greened up, and we'll get some foliage going at least and see what we can do. Beans are coming. As you can see, garlic is there. There's a borage. All the peas grabbing onto the fence now, for the most part. Some of them keep flopping over. We keep having to reposition every couple days. like that. These ones are choking each other out. Alright, you get up there and hold yourself in place. You stop pulling that one down. Stand up for yourself. Have some confidence in your ability to be a pea. There you go. Alright, they're pretty much all up on the fence now. You can see them going. They're doing their pea thing. Strawberries are starting to catch on fertilizer-wise. You can see some of the plants are quicker to absorb it than others. That one's a darker green than this one. But they're all popping out their first flowers, which you can see right there. Another one right here. Hello? Let's see, there it is. That's one. That's gonna be one. So, it's cool. They're doing their things. They're being strawberries, which is good. We'll take a run over to the container garden area. Raspberries all figured out its training for the most part. Everything's kind of turned back upright. Got some blossoms going with little baby raspberries. So that's cool. And then we'll go over here. I've been starting to dig out all the garbage from this bed. And then when I dig out the red mulch and then put some new compost and mulch in and everything and then plant it out eventually. So the potatoes are getting big, as you can see. Getting pretty tall. The carrots are starting to do their things. Not many in this container. The blackberry seems to be doing well over there. And I still got a whole bunch of random plants that I need to either plant out or put in pots or something. So, we'll go over here quickly to catalog a couple other things I've done. I weeded out underneath the grape plants and put some compost around the base of them. This one needs some fungicide. It's got some sort of fungal disease going. This one's doing really well. Right here, we got a Thunbergia alata. The main vein vine got severed, so it's regrowing from the growth tip. So that's a secondary stem there. So hopefully it'll grow up around my hummingbird feeder. Got to get in there with the weed whacker. And then over here, planted a few different things. I got some pansies. Some Thunbergia alata over there. And then a salvia. So, we'll see what happens with those. And other than that, the only other thing I have going this year so far is this thyme. Looks like they're a little leggy now. So, move those into the sun a little bit more, I think. But that's it. That's this year's garden so far. Ooh. It's been going pretty well. So fingers crossed it stays that way. All right, y'all. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.